So we'll start off with some short stories.
Yes.
Quantass Australia Party proposes outback Queensland camps for young offenders. Send them all to the outback.
Yeah, send them all to camps.
Yeah.
That worked.
Young offenders would be forcibly relocated to outback detention camps for intensive rehabilitation under proposal by Quantass Australia Party.
Forced. That's your first thing.
That's your first one.
Are you going to send them in trains?
Like, the report claimed that it was based on Aboriginal practice of bujika, probably pronouncing it wrong, BUGE-KA, in which people would be banished for breaking tribal laws.
Mm-hmm.
The camps would house up to 30 offenders aged between 10 and 17 years old. 10.
So, is this a kind of way to say that they're going to send Indigenous offenders out there and be like, hey, it's from your culture?
I guess so. I don't.
Yeah, okay.
You
know what I'm thankful for? That it's the Quantass Party proposing it, and it will never happen.
It will never happen. Also, after a decade of being fact-checked...
Decade?
A decade. Because ABC has been running their fact-checked.
That's 10 years.
Or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're all kind of liars.
Who?
Everyone.
Who?
So,
the media?
So, politicians. They're fact-checking politicians.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a given, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how you get in.
But at the same time, some of these parties haven't been in as long, but also some of them also it's kind of like...
I wonder which party was in for 10 years before this current party. Scratch me noggin.
Surprisingly, 28% Labor is in the red for being wrong.
28%?
28%, while Coalitions is 26%.
Who's the rest of the percents?
54% for Labor in between. That's not far off being off the mark. Being right. 18% correct. Labor Coalition, Liberal Coalition. 59% in between, kind of close to the mark, and then 50% wrong. Right.
50% right.
15.
Okay.
So also and the rest of these you got to remember they haven't been as long, so there's not as much data. Okay. 13% wrong for the Greens.
Only 13%. Yeah.
They fact checked them. 67% between the mark. And 20% right. One Nation.
Oh, Gib.
63% wrong, and 38% between the mark. United Australia.
How many right?
None
right.
None.
Never right.
United Australia Party. 73% wrong. 27% in the middle. That's all they got. They're nothing right.
You know, the sad thing is that a lot of people won't read this.
No, they won't.
And they won't be like, I am right, though.
Yep.
Okay.
And house prices picks up speed with 6 straight monthly increases. Property shortage continues to squeeze market.
Crazy.
But
house prices are going up.
It says they've gone up, but it's like, I think it was like something like a small percentage. 0.7%.
That's still up, not down. That's the thing. It's like people our age, like, fuck, good luck owning a house without having an enormous mortgage.
Right?
Ginormous.
Or just existing equity. You know, like the other landlords that own 370 different investment properties.
Even owning like 3 investment properties, you're fucking lucky.
Well, like, I was doing the math and I was like... So, at the most, a real estate will take 15% out of your rentals. We're good.
Do you think that that's the reason why the price is going up so much? Is that the real estates are pushing so they get more money?
Maybe. But at the same time, what's the other excuses? Interest rates have gone up.
Yeah, you got to pay your mortgage.
We are just doing off the market price because of the supply at the moment. At the end of the day, say if you take 15% off of 250, and then like there's other costs, like you might have your insurance, but then if you own the property and you have no other, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have anything,
You'd just be paying the insurance.
you just be paying the insurance and the rates. But obviously,
Do you think do you think a lot of landlords
with net gearing, you can claim that back on tax.
negative gearing?
Negative gearing.
Do you think a lot of landlords put too many thumbs in too many pies at once?
100%.
They were like, I paid off this house that I live in. Let me get a mortgage for another house. And then when they've half paid that off, they're like, let me get a mortgage for another house. And then when interest rates went up, they were like, 3 pies, 2 thumbs. That's right. I'll just get the renters to pay it for me.
Exactly.
And it's like, you know how
but this isn't really a new
you know
concept.
how they always say trickle down economics, like the ritual, and at the moment it's like fucking, who's that Greek dude who's like pushing the rock uphill in like for infinity?
Sisyphus.
Yeah. It's like Sisyphus. It's like Sisyphusing the economy. It's not trickle down. It's the people at the bottom pushing it the fuck back up.
They're pushing it back up, and then the people at the bottom, well, I guess the people at the top, make it all happen again.
They're like, man, you know what? That rock you're pushing up for me, can you push a bigger rock?
100%.
It's like at what
and then you're also
at what point does the economy break?
And then you're also Prometheus, and you're getting your liver teared out every single day by an eagle.
Mythology day.
Mythology. All right, so we're going to talk about Quantas.
Quantas.
They are in a bit of shit.
They're in poo-poo.
They're a bit of fucking shit. Alan Joyce sat in front of the cost of living inquiry, and it went to shit.
Big pause.
It went to fucking shit. So he previously said that we owed $370 million to like all these people that like had cancelled flights and things over COVID.
Yeah, so the COVID issue was they had to cancel flights because they couldn't fly.
Yeah.
They promised people you can have your flights to wherever or whatever, or an equivalent, but we're not giving you your money back.
No.
Is that right?
Yeah, 100%. And so at the end of the day, they owe $370 million. They've paid back something like $1 billion, but it's
so they paid some?
They haven't paid it.
That people have taken those free flights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem is that he's excluding an extra $100 million from their other company, Jetstar. So there's another $100 million excluded from Jetstar. 50% of these people's credits, get this, are less than $100. So they can't give you less than $100.
So they're like, hey, you can get your $80 back if you buy another ticket that's like $120, and then you'll only be paying $40.
No, they just don't give you the money at all. And then you have to wait for a flight of equal value.
Why don't they just give you your money?
And even
back?
though like flights have gone up in price because of, there's not enough airlines and flights.
They keep
who could have done this?
They keep saying, right? They keep saying they're like, not enough people are flying, so we need to raise prices. It's like, dog, do you not know how the fucking world works? If you make something cheap, people will flock to it.
Exactly.
That's why you have specials. So if you, instead of charging an extra $50, what if you knocked $50 off? You still be running the flight, but I bet you'll have more people on it. If you said, hey, we're going to partner with all these hotels, we want you flying around the country. Not even flying internationally, just flying around the country. Bing, bang, boom. You're going to have more people flying.
It's like how Michelin tires opened up a review service and made Michelin star restaurants so that people would drive to their Michelin star restaurants.
Using their tires, having to buy more tires frequently.
And surprisingly, it worked.
It fucking worked. Everyone knows what a Michelin star is.
Yep. And also, he was unable to find credits held by international passengers, even unable to answer if it was above 100 million.
Man, he's so smart.
Oh,
How
sorry,
did he become
less,
CEO?
Less than 100 million.
Man, he's so smart. How did he become CEO? He's like the smartest ever.
It's the smartest.
And that's why he makes the big bickies.
So in total, he probably owes well over $500,000 to people. 500 million.
Not he, Quantas.
He. It's out of his money. Look, he runs the show. He decides what goes on. I mean, he's leaving.
That's what his salary dictates.
He's leaving.
Oh. Even the Prime Minister came out and said people should get their flights or their money back.
Yeah.
And the thing is that these flights are about to expire.
Oh, they've removed the expiry date.
Oh,
now.
did they now?
They've removed the expiry date, and they're now like, okay, you can get refunded. This is a part of the timeline. That's okay. Well, I don't need to say that.
That's the recent one.
Yeah. In July, it was revealed that the government rejected 21 additional flights to the East Coast capital cities after Alan Joyce lobbied the government to not bring them in.
Nice, because competition is bad for capitalism.
He stated that it would cause a distortion in the market.
But don't you want distortions in the market?
And the thing is that
they keep telling us we live in capitalism where competition is best.
Because it will lower the prices.
They keep killing the competition.
Exactly. It just doesn't really make sense, does it? Like at the end of the day, like it's like, okay, yeah, there's your system. Use it.
Yeah, it's your system, bro.
It's your system, but you don't fucking use it.
Oh, we don't want competition coming in because then we'll have to lower our prices and I won't be able to pay millions of dollars a year.
Exactly.
To stand here and not know the fucking facts that I'm paid to know.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not know the facts when you're going in front of an inquiry?
He didn't know how much money he actually owed. Yeah.
Why? Why would you not know that? Why would you not go, I'm going to be in front of this panel next week?
A cost of living panel where people are getting reamed out for overcharging people?
Yeah. Let's just, can someone give me the data on that so I'm not looking like a complete fucking moron?
Right. Like, he's already on his way out. But like,
he doesn't care. He's got his bag. He's gone.
Yeah, 100%. And Assistant Treasurer Stephen Jones stated that it was to protect Australian interests.
Was it because they were foreign planes or something?
No, business interests. Well, they're from Qatar. It's Qatar Airlines.
Is it Qatar or is it Qatar?
Qatar, I think. I think you're right.
Like guitar, but Qatar or Qatar?
I think it's Qatar, but I don't know how to pronounce things.
Well, that's fine. You're allowed. You're stupid.
I'm stupid. Do
you want me to cut that out? You just go, I'm stupid.
No, you're right. You can keep that in.
Make a sound drop.
It's for the lulz. But yeah, that's what he said. He's just like, we cut it because it was in Australia's business interests. But he also didn't really know what he was saying.
He doesn't.
No.
But it's also in his interest.
Here's another little thing. Alan Joyce didn't want to comment on giving Albanese's son free access to the exclusive Chairman's Lounge.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. That had nothing to do with lobbying.
No.
No, not at all. Okay. Here's another part of the timeline. Virgin CEO Jane Hrdlicka has called out, that's her name, I think.
Spell it. Look, spell it for me.
HRDLICKA.
HRD.
HRD.
Give.
Don't laugh at it. That's her name.
Have they spelled that wrong? Hrdlicka.
I don't know.
It's like her.
I Googled it and I was like, is that it? Okay.
Maybe it's Hrdlicka.
She's called out the government for blocking the Qatar flights.
Good.
Which is fair enough because it's like, yeah, that would have lowered flights. And if you remember Richard Branson, founder of Virgin, is all like, we need things to be cheap.
Yeah, so I can fly to space.
Exactly. He was like, I want more people to buy my things so I can go to space. Windy. It's windy right now.
I can hear it through the microphone.
I think it's your beard. So
my beard's like a fuzzy cat.
Exactly. Stephen Jones walks back on those comments. Saying on Sky News, he said his comments has been misconstrued. Directly quotes, this is exactly what he said on the Sky News. I made the completely uncontroversial statement that the Australian government wants to ensure our airline industry is viable and competitive, that's delivering good service to customers. He said a different controversial thing.
It's like, oh, put my foot in my mouth. Let me just say that I didn't even say it.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
It's misconstrued.
You know what I meant. I meant not that.
You know what I meant. I just want Australian businesses doing Australian things, and that's it. And no one else doing it.
Listen, mate, we're Australia here, and I don't want any Quantass fucking aeroplanes in my airport. You know, I fly out of Brisbane, and I don't want any bloody Quantass bloody planes in my Brisbane airport.
Even though these are just international flights.
I don't want them.
He's just flying. That bloke's just flying from town. I don't want
any foreigners coming here to in Australia. I just want to... No.
You're flying from Toowoomba to Townsville. I don't think you're going to get Quantass.
I don't want any of those people from Townsville in my area.
Townsville.
Bloody
racist. Anyway, Stephen Jones ended up saying the decision was up to the Transport Minister, Catherine King.
Okay.
So that was pretty much it. It was up to her, apparently. She just decided, okay, yeah, no, we're not going to have competition.
No, she was probably lobbied and paid, and she's probably gotten some free flights, or her family's gotten free flights, so they can't track it.
And then Albanese's son got fucking chairman's lounge.
Lounge chair.
That's such a weird thing. It's like his son.
It is his son, yes. Yeah, people have children. You have a son.
Yes, I have a son. But it's more like, why would you give it to his son?
I don't know.
It's a fly. Goddamn fly. Anyway, and then eventually Quantas was found out to have sold flights to cancelled flights. Tickets to cancelled flights.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
They did. So they cancelled a flight and then sold the ticket anyway. But now the ACCC is suing Quantas for selling the tickets of cancelled flights.
Yeah.
So now they're in massive shit.
Hey, one government body's working.
Also, the ACCC, one of the ex-chairmen was like, what the fuck did you do that? Why did you directly go against competition?
Yeah.
Well, that's dodgy.
We'll see how much
There's more developing.
But we'll see how much they actually get. Like, the ACCC might find them guilty and they'll be fined like fucking $200,000 or whatever. Like the cost of the tickets. Like,
maybe.
You never know.
Well, even though you're saying right now, it's like, oh, it happens all the time. But it's like at the same time,
it does
not
happen.
Meant to happen.
No, it's not. And that's the thing.
It's not meant to happen.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not saying it happens all the time to dismiss it, but I'm just saying it happens all the time. Like, in a society like we have now, when people say, it just happens all the time, it's because it happens all the time and it becomes so normal that it's...
You eat the poo-poo and you like it.
Yeah, you forget that this is wrong. It's like, it's like people jaywalking or speeding. It's like, it happens all the time.
We don't have jaywalking in Australia. If you're 30 meters from a traffic light, as long as you are safely crossing the road, that's fine.
Yeah, but if you're within that 30 meters, that's where they get you.
That's where they get you.
That's where they get you.
I think my wife actually got stopped for jaywalking in Toowoomba.
Yeah.
And it was at a point 30 meters away from a traffic light, and she was like crossing the road. It was like up in Toowoomba. It was like on James Street or something like that. But it was also at like 11 o'clock at night because they dropped off the Uber. The Uber got lost. Crossing the road. They were about to go to their accommodation. Crossing the road, no lights, whatever. Cross the road. Cop fucking screams down the fucking road, apparently. It's like, you're breaking the law. It's like, what speed were you coming down the hill, bro?
I can imagine she was freaking out.
It's like, a cop screaming down the hill and then screeches to a halt to tell you that you're breaking the law.
Don't cross the road. Don't cross the road. Did you not hear the tale about the chicken? Why did the chicken cross the road?
They need to give cops fidget spinners, I think. Because I feel like a lot of the instances of like police overusing their power is just because they're fucking bored.
Man, I'd love for them to be bored near me. Like, there's an 80 zone near me that no one does 80 and there's never a police officer or a camera in sight. And I'm like, dog, if you just sat here, you'd make so much money.
I wish there were
so much money.
I wish there were less. I wish they were bored here.
Yeah.
I wish they were bored here, but not have anything to work towards their boredom because you have all these fucking rev heads.
I think they're just driving.
I think they're just fucking driving, but at the same time, it's like...
They specifically know we're here outside today recording.
Exactly.
They don't rev their engines any other day than Fridays.
Anyway, to summarize, Quantas is fucked. Quantas is fucked. To Canberra. The flights to Canberra.
What was that song they did? Did they do the We Australia ad?
We are one.
No, did they do that ad though, or did they do the that. Spirit of Australia?
They did the song in the ad.
That's
we
right.
Are many.
And it was Australia who did Where the Bloody Hell Are Ya?
Yeah, that was.
I missed that ad. I want that ad to come back.
Who's that chick?
I don't know. Anyways,
who said Where the Bloody Hell Are Ya? I'm gonna find this out. Who said Where the Bloody Hell Are Ya?
You're gonna put me to sleep.
Fuck you. Tony Blair said it at some point. He said it in his keynote speech during a visit to Canberra.
Nice.
Apparently that's where it comes from.
Nice.
So Where the Bloody Hell Are You? Is Tony Blair said it. And he said, Where the bloody hell am I? That's where it comes from. And it was Lara Bingle that said it. She said it in the ad. Where the bloody hell are you? And what?
Where the bloody hell am I?
What is she doing now?
I don't know.
We used to work with someone that actually dated her sister at some point or something.
Man.
We used to work with her. Yeah, like dated her sister. And like, she did nothing. Because like, you know, like once you have one rich family member, nobody does anything.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to live off them.
And then like, I remember him telling me, it's like, what are you doing today? Like he asking her and she's like, I was just going to sit around and watch TV. It's like, that's not, what are you going to do tomorrow? Probably the same thing. Because you're working today. I can't go out. And like, I want to go out with you. It's like,
all my family members know my money policy. And I'm pretty sure you know my money policy. If I ever win the lotto, you're gonna get some when I'm done with it.
Then you're done.
You know, like when you were a little kid and you're like playing with a truck or something, and
you get my ball when I'm done playing with it.
Yeah, when some other kid was like, "Can I borrow that?" You're like, "No, I'm playing. You can have when I'm done playing."
Yeah.
My policy is, I'm gonna set myself up with a house, a car, set my kids up with university money, and then I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Because I expect you to do the same. If you win $1 million, that's not a lot of money.
Look, if you win $1 million, you can shout me lunch at the pub.
Yeah, like.
Which is weird because...
If my brother won $1 million, I'd want him to buy himself a house outright. I'd want him to get himself nice, reliable cars. I want him to pay off his university debt, to put money away for his future children. And then if he has money left, give me some.
Which is weird because Alan Joyce, CEO of Quantas, earns millions of dollars and he won't shout us a fucking pub.
Yeah.
Fucking cunt.
Come on this fucking podcast, Alan Joyce.
Come on.
I'll give you a hand job. I'd do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I would. For him to come on here, I'd make him come on here.